I put many lives in danger, including the officer that was chasing me.
What exactly at that moment when you saw the lights come on and you decided to take off, what was going through your mind? Was there anybody in the car with you?
My girlfriend at the time.
So you put her life at risk too. Driving high on drugs, hitting other innocent people, and just ruining lives. Of Ohio versus Braxton Ricker. Mr. Ricker is before the court with his counsel, Mr. McKenna. Ms. Tranter, on behalf of the state of Ohio, we're here for sentencing. Has everyone had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence investigation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Tranter, anything on behalf of the state?
Yes, Your Honor. As the court is aware, failed to comply charges, it is policy of our office that to request prison time on each and every one of these cases. I think in particular, it is very needed in Mr. Ricker's position. He, according to the police reports, officers were reaching speeds of approximately 150 miles an hour trying to catch up to Mr. Ricker with no really known reason as to why he was fleeing. He posed a tremendous danger to society, and I think there should be a punishment aspect in this particular case. In addition to incarceration, we would ask for a maximum license suspension, which I believe is a lifetime suspension in Mr. Ricker's case.
Thank you. Anything from probation?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. McKenna?
Your Honor, I can assure you that Mr. Ricker has taken this very seriously, as has his family. They've really put the clamps on him. He works and goes home. His mother just gave me an update. They're here today, and as is his grandmother, and she's called me as well. Mr. Ricker is 19. He's went to high school. He has no prior record. He's working at MTI as a skid loader. He's been very cooperative with me and very remorseful. I did ask him to explain himself. He said I acted like a fool and acted stupidly. I think he understands how foolish he acted and how many consequences there could have been. He'd ask for a chance on community control, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Ricker, anything you would like to say?
I just want to say I truly apologize, and I made a foolish mistake on my behalf. I put many lives in danger, including the officer that was chasing me. I was just not thinking, sir.
What exactly at that moment when you saw the lights come on and you decided to take off, what was going through your mind?
I don't know, sir. I was just not thinking at all.
Was there anybody in the car with you?
My girlfriend at the time.
So you put her life at risk too,
Yes, sir.
and everybody that was out on the interstate. I have presided over trials and hearings here in this room. People, either whether they're fleeing from the police or driving high on drugs, hitting other innocent people and just ruining lives. Luckily, in this case, all you did was, I didn't ruin your life, but you certainly have set yourself back quite a bit. 19 years old, and you now have a felony conviction that will follow you the rest of your life. Quite frankly, you cannot expunge this. It's there forever. Court has considered the statements made here. I do want to say one other thing in sentencing. What Ms. Tranter said about the state's position with regard to these particular offenses, felony failure to comply, is they always ask for prison. I'm not the kind of judge that blanketly sets sentencings across the board on every offense. I do look at the individual, but I've never known them to reduce one. It remains a felony. In fact, now, under the current law, it's a felony of the third degree with up to 60 months in prison. I think you fell under the old statute where you're only subject to 36 months. Is that right, Ms. Tranter? Is that
No,
right?
actually, Judge, he's a 60-month.
Oh, this is a 60
Yeah,
months.
it was
So
August.
You literally could go to prison for 5 years. I mean, all right. The court has considered the statements made here today, the pre-sentence investigation, the purposes and principles of sentencing, the relevant seriousness and recidivism factors. Mr. Ricker, I am going to find that you're amenable to community control. So I'm going to place you into community control for a period of 3 years. You will be subject to the supervision of the Warren County Probation Department. Now, under the assessment, you did not, they did not recommend any treatment for substance use disorder or mental health issues. However, you are ordered, you are not permitted to use any drugs, alcohol, or marijuana. You are not of age to drink marijuana or to use to drink alcohol or use marijuana. So I'm telling you, I'm giving you fair warning. You're not allowed to use it, period.
Yes, sir.
I am going to order you to serve 180 days in the Warren County Jail. You have 4 days jail time credit. I'm going to tell you right now that I'm going to stay execution of the 180 days or 176 remaining days in jail on the condition that you completely remain compliant.
Yes, sir.
You are ordered to, I understand you have full-time employment now, correct?
Yes, sir.
And this is a W-2 where you're having taxes withheld? Or is it,
Yes, sir.
or is it a W-2?
It's about to be, sir. I just got the job. I was just
How many hours a week are you working?
40.
Okay, all right, you must maintain that full-time employment. You are required to, you're required to complete the corrective thinking course. Further, your license is suspended here now for a period of 4 years. You have no privileges to drive to, from, or anything. You're not allowed to drive, period. Understand?
Yes, sir.
So the 180 days is suspended on the condition that you maintain employment, you complete the corrective thinking, and that you do not get caught driving. If you get caught driving without a license, or under my suspension, I'm going to put you in jail.
Yes,
Okay?
sir.
No marijuana, no alcohol, you're simply not old enough. So, you're also subject to a mandatory period of post-release control, which means that if you are sent to prison on this charge, when you are released, the adult parole authority will supervise you for not less than 1 year, not more than 3 years. If you violate those terms of supervision, the adult parole authority can return you to prison for up to 1/2 of this court's original sentence. If your violation is that you commit another felony, you can be returned to prison for 1 year, or the period that you have left on PRC, whichever is longer. That time would run consecutive to any additional prison time that you get sentenced to. I am going to assess the court costs against you. I'm not going to fine you. I do find that you have the present and future ability to pay those costs of prosecution. If you don't pay them, I can't order you to do community service until you're paid in full, or you make appropriate arrangements to get that paid off. Now, finally, you have a right to appeal the court's decision of your sentence to the 12th District Court of Appeals. If you want to appeal, you must file your notice of appeal within 30 days of today's date. If you can't afford to pay for the transcript or anything necessary for your appeal, that can all be provided to you at no cost. If you cannot afford an attorney, I will appoint one for you at no cost. Sir, I truly, truly hope that I have gotten your attention here. And I believe Mr. McKenna is a good judge of character, and he says that he doesn't expect to see you back here. I hope that we've gotten your attention on this.
Yes,
I don't want to see, you're 19 years old, I don't want to see the rest of your life ruined in and out of jail or in and out of prison, okay? Any questions? All right, Ms. Rose, Officer Rose is going to want to talk to you for a little bit after court, so head back down to court service.
Judge, one thing, I'm just thinking out loud. Is it possible for him to be able to drive to and from work?
No privileges until after 3 years?
3.
3 years.
All right, thank you, Judge.
So, thank you.
I'll meet you.
Have you ever made one decision that changed the course of your entire future? That's exactly what happened in this courtroom. A 19-year-old made a split-second decision to run from police, reaching speeds of nearly 150 miles per hour, and now he's standing before a judge facing consequences that could follow him for the rest of his life. As this hearing begins, the prosecution wastes no time explaining just how dangerous this case really was. According to the state, officers had to reach approximately 150 miles per hour simply to keep up with the defendant during the pursuit. That alone tells you how reckless the situation became. This wasn't just someone speeding down an empty road. Every second of that chase placed innocent drivers, police officers, and even the defendant himself in serious danger. The prosecutor argues that prison time is normally requested in every felony failure to comply case. But in this situation, they believe incarceration is especially appropriate. They describe the defendant as someone who posed a tremendous danger to society. On top of that, they ask for the harshest possible driver's license suspension, even suggesting that a lifetime suspension would be justified. From the prosecution's perspective, This wasn't simply a traffic violation. This was a conscious decision to ignore law enforcement while creating an extremely dangerous situation for everyone on the highway. Their argument focuses less on what actually happened and more on what could have happened. At speeds like these, even one small mistake could have resulted in multiple deaths. Next, the defense attorney presents a very different picture of the young man standing before the court. He reminds the judge that his client is only 19 years old and has no prior criminal record. Since the incident, his family has stepped in to keep him on the right path. He's working a full-time job, staying out of trouble, and according to his attorney, he's genuinely remorseful about what happened. The defense shares something important. They say the young man admitted he acted like a fool and made an incredibly stupid decision. That admission becomes a central theme throughout the hearing because accepting responsibility often plays a major role during sentencing. Instead of asking for prison, the defense requests community control, believing this young defendant still has an opportunity to turn his life around before it's too late. Then comes one of the most important moments in the entire hearing. The judge gives the defendant an opportunity to speak directly. Unlike many defendants who make excuses or blame someone else, this young man immediately apologizes. He admits that he endangered many lives, including the police officer chasing him. His words are simple, but they sound sincere. He repeatedly says he wasn't thinking. The judge then asks a question that many viewers are probably wondering themselves. What was going through your mind when you saw the police lights and decided to run? The defendant pauses before giving an answer that may be the most honest statement of the entire hearing. I don't know. I just wasn't thinking. It's an answer that doesn't excuse his actions, but it also reflects how many young offenders make catastrophic decisions without considering the consequences. The judge doesn't let him off that easily. He asks whether anyone else was inside the vehicle. The defendant quietly admits that his girlfriend was with him. Immediately, the judge points out something that changes the perspective of the case. You put her life at risk too. That single statement reminds everyone in the courtroom that reckless decisions rarely affect only one person. Family members, friends, innocent drivers, and police officers all become part of the danger the moment someone decides to flee from law enforcement. The judge continues explaining that he has seen many tragic cases involving police pursuits and impaired driving. He talks about innocent victims whose lives have been permanently destroyed because someone chose to make one reckless decision. Fortunately, this case didn't end with anyone being killed, but the judge makes it very clear that the outcome could have been dramatically different. Then comes one of the strongest moments of the hearing. The judge tells the young defendant that although he survived the chase without physically hurting anyone, he has still permanently changed his own future. Because of this felony conviction, he explains that the defendant will carry this record for the rest of his life. The judge emphasizes that this isn't something that simply disappears after a few years. It will continue affecting employment opportunities, future background checks, and many aspects of adulthood. It's a powerful reminder that criminal consequences often extend far beyond the courtroom. As sentencing approaches, the judge explains something interesting about his own philosophy.